Okay. Happy 50th anniversary for Elaine and Kim. So, the first thing that is probably obvious to most of you, the thing I'm best known for professionally, the Banff classification, never would have happened without Elaine. And the way it happened was so remarkable. If you think about what is possible on Easter Sunday. So we were in Banff on Easter Sunday, and the Banff Center for Conferences happened to be running a conference that included Easter Sunday. So they were like a going concern, and Elaine had mentioned them, and we were there. So on Easter Sunday we went to see the conference people, and arrange this future conference of mine in 1991.
And the reason is that I had been there for a conference myself. I'd been invited by the ATA to give a talk the previous year, or a few months before this event. And so I was telling him about wanted to show him this conference center, and we were just going to drive around it.
Yeah, and in a very real way. I mean, that has been the case with a lot of things that I became known for. That Elaine played an important role in it.
Do you guys remember our first computer when we came home with the
Mac
Classic?
The Macintosh Classic,
Classic.
Yeah.
And we lived in this house that had four bedrooms on the second floor, and I think it had four, did it?
Oh,
yeah, 4 bedrooms on the second floor.
Loft, right?
The loft, and then one had, there was a small room that had the loft off it, and then the main floor, of course. So when we brought home the Mac Classic, at that point, and then we had the basement developed, so at that point, the loft bedroom, which was the smallest room, was sort of like the study or the den. So we had unboxed it in that room, but everybody wanted to be there. Everybody was there watching us, including the cat. So we have this big house and this everything going on in this one room.
Right. So, I mean, because, computers and technology became so intimately related to my work and to my reputation, it really all started at that point, and basically Elaine taught me how to use that computer in it.
I have had a few regrets about it. If you haven't noticed, he's a bit of an addict.
Sort of like the Big Bang, right? The Big Bang, yeah. Okay, so what I sent you guys by email today, there are numerous links there, but the first two have to do with a study from December 2017 of people over 100 years old and what their unifying characteristics are. And you might think that they'd all be particularly healthy or, lead fine, exemplary lives or all be happy or something like that. But actually there are two things that are at the top that are a uniform characteristic of these people who live so long. And one is that they have strong relationships, both ways. They care about other people, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 significant people in their lives, and those people care about them. And a lot of older people don't have that. They're kind of lonely. They're, alone in the world, and they don't tend to live longer than 100 years. But the other thing is something you don't think about so much. That's all the people in your life, all the people that you say hi to. You may not even know their last name, but the number of human beings that you're interacting with per day, per week, that also correlates with long life. So I think I have both. I have significant close relationships, and also a large number of people who are sort of a part of my life every day, and so on.
Yeah. Well, you're not the only one. We all do.
Yeah.
But and it's important to point out that's probably true for people that you see in real life, but it probably doesn't correlate with the online social.
Not many online friends.
Because people have a lot of online friends. They typing, communicating with people, and I don't think that they get that health benefit.
No, I think they can still feel very
isolated.
and it can lead to depression.
Well, there's something about just being physically around other people, right?
Yeah.
Socialization.
We're like herd. Yeah, we're herd animals, right? And
So just to give you the background of this poem, then, it came from that study from December 2017, but also it is the sequel to an earlier poem where I talk about food craving and cheese sandwiches. So Elaine was there when I read that previous poem, and she really liked it. So in the poetry workshop that I was doing with Nisha Patel, one of the assignments was to write a poem that is a letter to your significant other. So so Nisha sort of went over this with me. I later presented the poem to the other people in the workshop, and they reacted quite positively to it. Okay, so here goes. Cheese sandwiches and long life. This letter is just to say, I want for us happy longevity. But apples and oranges are not the same thing, and thinness by itself does not long life bring. Good relationships and lack of stress, that is the recipe for longevity success. If we do that for each other, we will have long, happy times together, and the funnest times with cheese sandwich combines. Stressless, emotional richness, yay, yay! But cheese sandwiches are also okay. So that's the poem. Now the comments by the other poets.
I like it.
They really like this line, and thinness by itself does not long life bring. Mm-hmm. Because thin people, normal weight people, old, everybody finds that the whole world has this bias that, thinness is everything, Mm-hmm. And in fact, you recognize a lot of seriously ill people become very thin right before the end, right? So it's not always such a positive thing. So anyway, thank you for listening to the poem, and
it was
for
awesome.
And I love these pictures you brought in.
Yeah, the pictures are nice.
Yeah,
and the poem's great.
So
I like how it addresses a controversy with Mom. Well, first of all, I want to say did all Solez men feel this way about cheese? That confirmed that. Okay.
I'll take that further to include like the cheese sandwich with toasted bread and mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, which we learned from Dad.
I had a grilled cheese sandwich last night at Tim Hortons on
He
the way
was
here.
like, he looked like he was just eating it, and he was just like,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Did he say, this is what my father used to eat?
I mean, you have the same look on your face you used to have when you used to.
Poor Xenia, we're being too loud. We're being too loud for her.
Sorry,
She's got sensitive ears.
She's just had a few late nights.
The other thing is that Mom complains about the cheese sandwich eating and the peanut butter sandwich eating, and boy, what he can't walk by. She said to me, he can't walk by the fridge without making himself a cheese sandwich. Like, I know, I feel that. That happens to me too.
I resented that
I'll tell you, he always had cheese in your fridge. That's what I noticed right away when he sat there started going out. He always, whenever we went to your house, he always offered
We're
me a
never
cheese
short of
sandwich.
cheese. That's true.
I have to tell you the
Okay.
cheese sandwich story. You kids might remember it. You